stream. My power went out last week, midstream, and it's still out today. I am, let me see, I think they've got maybe 70% today done. The electric company was caught off so bad poorly. They said they promised, they bragged about, even on Tuesday night, they bragged, we will have 90% of your area completely hooked up by Wednesday. And I was like, how can you do that? You've only done 20%. They've done 10% every day. They supposedly have 750 trucks in the area. I have never seen a single one. I haven't. Now, true, I don't drive all over town. There's 2 towns here. I haven't seen a single one unless you go to the Walmart parking lot and there's like 10 cars just parked out there, 10 trucks doing nothing, which they're probably just inside Walmart. Wouldn't put it past them. So they have grossly mishandled this restoration thing, and now they've kicked it down till Monday night. Monday night, I'm supposed to get it now. So it'll almost be, and it could be Tuesday. So that would be 9 days, 10 days later, and they still haven't restored power. There's a big freeze. There's been 9 deaths, a 10th one maybe tonight, because the power lines have been down for over a week now, and a little kid was playing and unfortunately got himself electrocuted. He's in critical condition. Again, I think the state should sue the electric company big time for this. So it's just total negligence, totally just morons. They were so unprepared for this, so unprepared, bragging the whole time, even on Tuesday night, that we'll have everyone's power restored by Wednesday easily. Then they said, okay, Saturday, we're going to do it. Nope, still don't have it. There's still a good third of the people who live here do not have it. Now, I'm one of them. Now, thankfully, the rest of my family all got it. My parents got it first on Tuesday, this past Tuesday. They lost it Sunday, got it back Tuesday morning, which is great. Then my brother got it that next day, Wednesday. Then Thursday, both my nephews got it. Friday, my sister got it. Today, my brother, way out in the country, there's only 4 houses out there, and they got it. Good for them. I'm really happy. Temperature is 19 degrees tonight. It's another deep freeze. They've had 17 attempted suicides. I don't think those are counting the 9 deaths. But, people without power for a full week now. There's a third of the city. A third of the city has, and that's me included, has not had power for over a week now. Over a week now. And they have the energy company has no idea what they're doing. No idea. No idea. No excuses either. They made an excuse going, well, it was just bigger than we thought. But the thing is, they took 2 days off. They didn't repair any damage until 2 days later. And they said because they were assessing damage for 2 days. And they obviously assessed it wrong. So, oh my goodness, let's see. I can't see. Anyway, I can't see some of these messages here. Oh, it's -2 degrees in New Hampshire. I can see that one. Hello. Yeah, Cole. Pipes seem to be holding. I check it every day now. I stayed there that night because I thought the energy group were being responsible and starting going out that night. Now, when they said, we're not traveling for 2 days, we're going to sit and just let things get worse. And I thought, wow, that's stupid. But then I thought, no, that's actually not, because that way they can see what goes down where. Because what if they had to go over to this street, fix this, then go halfway across town, fix that. Then, oh no, another tree limb? We were just there. So I get that, but they're not doing it that way. They're going to the biggest areas first and fixing those problems, and the smallest areas last. And oh man, this whole night, everyone was getting booted back to like Monday, Tuesday. And I was like, oh no, we were still Sunday until just recently. And then they said, nope, you're Monday now. And it's late Monday night, like 11 o'clock Monday night. May as well be Tuesday because I can't go. So anyway, but I sent my wife out because it sleeted and stuff. I shoveled the driveway. I said, get out now before it freezes because you'll be stuck here with no heat. So she and the kids came over here. My parents had electricity. and then the freeze went in. So for a couple of days, I was just frozen in. We couldn't leave, and it was freezing in the house. I mean, I felt like Han Solo on Hoth some of those nights. And then I said, you know what? I'm just going to leave because the snow had already come and everything. And I was like, I'm just going to leave after this. And all through the night, you'd hear tree limbs, trees crashing around us and everything in the middle of the night. And I heard something. I was like, oh no, that hit the roof. So I got out. It's like 5 o'clock. Couldn't see that much. Went out in the backyard. Couldn't see any trees down. Went out in the front yard. Couldn't see any trees down. Went, okay, well, I have some woods behind me. It probably just fell in the woods. And every morning I'd go turn on my car and charge up my phone. That's the only way I could charge up my phone. I open up the garage to the side of the house, and two trees had crashed through. So the garage is gone. Not gone. It's ruined. It's got 5 holes. They got it, but they said the structure was damaged, so they're gonna have to redo everything. Took 2 days to take down the trees because they were so. It was a big red oak or something, and then a white oak or something. They fell like dominoes. My tree, my poor tree, which was great. It was hard to cut because it was a living tree. Got knocked over by a dead tree that was just bigger, and just took them both down on top of the house. So the whole thing's ruined. The whole garage has to be replaced. Is what the claims adjuster said. So that sucks, but oh well. There's a big draft in the house because obviously now the attic is way cold. Because now there's just air. I mean, one of the it's a 3-foot gash, but barely 6 inches. Barely 6 inches. It's about 3 or 4 feet gash in the ceiling, and that's the biggest hole. There's other ones that you can fit a beach ball in, and the other ones are punctures, like they've just punched through, and the wood's still there but splintered, and the wind's just been blowing in there, and you can just feel it. I mean, the attic is bone chilling cold, and the temperature dropped to 30 something one night inside. It was 20 degrees outside and 31, 32 degrees inside. Like I was 12 degrees warmer, and that was a terrible night for me. I could feel my breath and everything, and I huddled under a bunch of covers. Um, it didn't hit the cars. No, just hit the garage. Just hit the garage. And so, yeah, so again, no power. Everyone on the street is left now. Everyone's abandoned. It's a dead neighborhood because when they announced, um, when they announced it would take, because they promised Wednesday, they promised everyone Wednesday, and they said, it's going to be, well, then they said Thursday, and then everyone started leaving our street. And it was just me and this other old couple, and they eventually left. They left this weekend. I stayed, let me see, what was my last night? Thursday night? Because I stayed here, I've been here 2 nights, Friday, Saturday, yeah. So Thursday night was my last night. Friday, I was still at the house. I got things ready, and I told my neighbor, hey, I'm going to be gone. Y'all okay? Because I was making sure the generator worked. The generator was working. They got plenty of propane. They said they're going to be fine. So I was like, okay. So I went back to check on them today, but when they heard that we're not getting power anytime soon, they decided to pack up and leave too, because they were the only ones left. They were the only ones left after Friday. I didn't stay Friday night. I came here to my parents' house and stayed here. But yeah, gross negligence by the energy company here. I think they're totally unprepared, overwhelmed. They don't know what they're doing. Most people want to blame the governor, but I'm not sure what the governor could have done against a winter storm. It's not really that the governor controls the energy company, or what's he going to say? Hey, we knew it was coming like a week ahead. Well, let's trim a bunch of trees. Yeah, there's nothing he could have done. In my opinion, there's nothing he could have done. And they have 750 trucks in this area. I've never seen one unless they're in the parking lots of food places, because they're always going out to eat because energy's paying for their meal. And there's always like 10 trucks parked in a Walmart parking lot that have nobody in them. I've never seen one on the street. I've yet to see. The times I thought I saw one, it was the city trucks. The cities, people are blaming both mayors here, but to be honest, the mayors have been great. They cleaned up all the debris. There is no debris. There's only down lines here now. So there's no debris at all, just down lines everywhere. And of course, the city can't touch the down lines. But the debris, the limbs, they cleaned it all up. They cleaned it all up. Big trees, everything, they cleaned it all up. They've done a great job. People hate the mayors. Oh, how could the mayor let this happen? Mayor can control. They can't install power lines, but the city had the all the branches, everything were done by Wednesday. I can't. You could not find a single branch in the road, a tree down by Wednesday. Now maybe it's different in the other city. I don't know because I didn't see any trees on the roads either. So all the trees, all the debris had been cleared. They're just down cable lines because the because the energy company can't do anything about it. So I mean, it's just really, really awful. It's really awful that I hope the state sues the pants. When you have a monopoly, who cares, right? Who cares when they get power? What are you going to do? Go somewhere else? There's nowhere else to go. And they don't care. They have these warming stations. I love this. They have these warming stations. They come in, free charging. It's warm, bottled water. You can talk to one of our representatives. I don't want to talk to one of your representatives because you guys lie. You've lied to our face for an entire week because y'all have no idea what you're doing. And then they said, but by 5 p.m. you have to leave. Like when it gets cold. When the sun's up, you can go to a warming station. But when the sun goes down, get out. Get out and go back to your frozen little places. And if you don't have a fireplace, which we don't, we have a gas one, but it can be removed. I don't have any firewood. I don't have any firewood. That gas stove does not heat up a room at all. Um, and then, so I've just been winging it until the last 2 nights I've been here. And now I'm just going to stay here until they fix it sometime next week. So it'll be like 9, 10 days. I don't even believe they're going to fix it on Monday. I truly believe they are way out of their depth. They have no idea. Because again, they lied today and said 99% would have it by Saturday night. And they told us Sunday. They're like, we're in the 1%. We're in the one. We're 33 houses are impacted in our area, and we're going to be one of the dead last ones. In fact, I don't know anyone else who doesn't have power. That some people that live outside the city limits don't, but I don't know them. And there's 30% of us that don't. So, or 30 something percent. I mean, it's 1/3. But I don't know of anyone, all my friends, which thank goodness they do, all my friends and family have it. Like I said, my brother who lives out in the sticks, 4 houses are out there and they just got it. I was like, wow. I mean, I'm glad they got a truck out there. But yeah, so once again, broken promises because they don't know what they're doing. And now the new promise is Monday. They're not going to be able to do it. I do know some people. I said, are we the last ones? There is one person I found who's screwed. They're on Tuesday, which is probably where they're going to bump us down to. So I shouldn't laugh. It'll be Wednesday, Thursday. I don't know. Maybe next week. Maybe the end of next week. But yeah, thanks everyone. But anyway, yeah. So it's been just terrible. Just terrible. But you do get to see my old room because this is my old room, even though it's got a lot of junk now. Ow, because we moved out. But over here used to be my bed. This is upstairs. There's one little bedroom upstairs. We used to have a little single bed here. We used to have my brothers slept in a bunk bed here and bunk beds here. There were 5 of us. Out here is the balcony, and we called that the bathroom. And it still should be used for the bathroom because I wake up in the middle of the night because I've been sleeping here. We have a fold-out bed now. When my brother moved up north, he just moved a bunch of his furniture in here. And old TVs, look at this old TV here. Flat screen's not so old, but he moved a bunch of his junk up here because all of our stuff got thrown away. And so me and my son have been sleeping here. Yep, thumbs up. Yep, he's happy. And so there's a bunch of stuff here. And I meant to clean that thing up because twice I've woken up in the middle of the night. And the reason we went out here, I know now. I know not just because we were boys, but it's because you have to go all the way down and through the kitchen, through the living room, and to the den, to the hallway, to the bathrooms. Or you can just go out the balcony. Why not? Right? Why not? Temperature right now is 19, 18. It's 19 or 18. It's below 20 because now we have freezing weather this weekend. So, yeah. So freezing weather again this weekend. You know, but no snow, no ice, no stuff. Any leftover water or whatever ice hasn't melted is now frozen hard again because the incompetence by our electric company here, who have a monopoly and they don't really care about anyone. They don't care about anyone. So anyway, through here is a closet, and I want to show you something because some of my stuff is still here. If you look and see, there's some Star Wars stuff over here. That's all mine. Look at that episode 1 stuff. There's the big bank. There's some of the toys in the box. And there's one that's got smashed over things. That's like a little micro machine. Those are all the Star Wars toys I collected in college and whatnot. And look, the Royal Starship in the box, baby. In the box. I got a whole set of this stuff in the box. It's probably worth a little bit of money too. Yeah, never been opened. So, yeah, all that stuff. But all this stuff in the back is just all Star Wars stuff. And then all this stuff must be stuff from my brothers. And that's something. Oh, and look, my brother has a Spawn vehicle in the box. I doubt the Spawn stuff is that much. But, that was back when late 90s when, this stuff was going to be lots of money and stuff. So, even though I thought I'd always give my Star Wars toys to little man here. I said, well, when I get a son, I'll give him all the Star Wars toys. Pick up the block. He's been having a great time.
Yeah, I'm super. Yeah, I'm Superman.
Yeah, you're Superman. Okay, hold on. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so I mean, there's other people. Where's EUD2? Oh yeah, EUD2 and Yum Nub are freezing their patooties off at my house. My house right now is in the 30s. And that's because of the draft in the attic now, because the holes in the ceiling. But in the daytime, it's about 45, 42. It goes between 42 and 45 degrees. I was there today freezing because I have to get clothes every couple of days. Every day I try to go by and get clothes. So tomorrow I have to go by and get some work clothes for Monday since I'm still going to be out of a house. But I got some clothes for today and tomorrow, and then I'll go back and get more clothes. And I don't know, I may bring a whole week's worth of clothes. I should have done that, but like I said, I've been staying here. Hold on. Oh, excuse me, for the past 2 nights I've been here, and for all the kids, I usually have other kids sleeping here, and usually I end up sleeping on this floor because they are the absolute worst bed partners. He likes to sleep sideways. My little girl likes to sleep starfish style, hands, arms up. So it's been very uncomfortable doing that. But I think the real rule here is, the real lesson learned is never have scran on a stream or your lights will go out for 10 days. Man, that's what it is. But anyway, I do know of one other person, though. who doesn't have electricity right now. He and I and he lives down about a couple miles down the road from me. So it'll be me. I'm shocked that my brother got it today. I'm glad though, because I thought he's going to be the last one. So which one of you punched the hole in the wall? Oh, there's a ceiling. Oh yeah, I don't know. That was my brother, huh? Maybe. I'll tell you one I did a long time ago. Hold on. I think it's behind here. Yeah, this one, this hole right here. I did that when I was a kid. I got mad at something, and we had bunk beds, and so they used to have these like braces on the bunk bed, so if you rolled over, you wouldn't fall over. Well, one of the braces had fallen off. It's just like a little metal curved pipe almost, and I was like, man, and I just took it and I just chucked it, I just threw it against the wall because I was mad at something. I can't remember what. And it smacked a hole in that little wall. And I was like, so I took it and let me show you what I did. I went out here because you may not can see it, but that little door thing, there's a little door back there. That is a place to the attic, crawl space to the attic. So I went up there and I just threw it out into the attic. Got rid of the evidence, right? Well, then my brothers, my dad was furious. Like, who did this? Who made this hole in this wall? And yada, yada, yada. I'm like, we don't know. Well, then my brother's going, Matt, guess what? I'm like, what? And they held up the pipe, the curved little pipe that used to go in the thing. I was like, where'd you get that? And they went, we think it was this. And I went, how'd you know? I said, well, look at it. It's got white chip paint on it on the corner. And look, it fits the hole. And I was like, but where did you find it? And they said, well, we thought if someone used this, where would they get rid of it? They'd probably get rid of it in the attic. So we went out in the attic and we looked around and we found it. And I was like, how did my brothers become, the Hardy Boys? How did they figure all this out? And then they said, and we know who did it too. And I'm thinking, I'm cooked. I'm cooked. They got my fingerprints off of it probably. And they said, and they named this other kid. They said he was probably over here. He probably damaged it, and he probably tried to throw it and hide it in the attic. I went, yep, it was probably him. Oh, that was great. Oh, let's see. Hold on. Can I read these? It's so dark in here. You don't have electricity either. Oh, you're checking out one of my Star Wars Republic reviews. Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you. Hola from Brazil. Thank you. Anyway, so the lighting is very dim here, but I think it was always like this, Anyway, you can also see, or I'm not going to go for much longer, my brother drew on the walls here a long time ago, and Mom never got rid of it, I guess, or never painted over them. But this is where his bunk bed would be, and so he'd doodle on the wall. So that's where his his head was. Oh, my power company's idiots. They're morons. They're morons. Everyone's trying to blame like I said, people are trying to blame the governor, which there's nothing he could have done. Like order more trucks. They have 750 trucks supposedly. And what's he supposed to do to prepare for the winter storm? Say bring in 1,500 trucks? Energy is the one that's supposed to assess crises like this, and they had no idea. They had no idea. They had no idea. So bragging Tuesday night, bragging that 90% would have electricity by tomorrow. Now I remember turning to my wife and going, "How are they going to do that? They're still averaging 10%. 10%. They're averaging every day, and the snow has melted. They're going so slow." These guys are taking in-run lunch breaks. Everyone sees them at sit-down restaurants for an hour and a half, way past their time. They're goofing off. They never work late because they drive. I do see the trucks driving because they're staying across the street from us or across the highway. So they have to drive over this overpass so we see them. And it's always around 7 or 8. And they said, we're working around the clock. Who's working around the clock? Again, I have never seen. The trucks I've seen have been from the city. Every truck I've seen working has been from a city. I've yet to see. And you think I'd see one. 750 trucks in the area. And you think I would see one somewhere. Now, I'm not driving around all the time, so that's true. And definitely driving on the main roads. Yeah, that's true too. They could be on back roads. But they're not even driving around? I think I'd see some. Instead of driving home, driving to their place. There's no hotel rooms either. None whatsoever. But, really bad. Should have asked Greenland for tips. Yeah, they did a terrible job. They screwed it up. People trying to blame the mayors. No, the mayors did not. Mayors had nothing to do with this. They cleaned out debris because that's what they were supposed to do, and they did a great job. Because, like I said, debris in my town gone by Wednesday, even on the back roads. Because I did travel a few back roads, but the trees are all gone. My brother thought there was a tree in his yard, and he told us about it today. He said, he thought there's a tree on one street. And I said, dude, I texted him. I said, that tree's been gone for a couple of days now. He went, really? And he said he drove by and said, oh, you're right. I don't know. I didn't see they did this. I said, yeah, well, the city really came in, started moving Tuesday and Wednesday, and really got all the debris off. That's all they could do, though. They can't touch the down power lines. So we have to drive over a power line to get to our house. And the other way, you have to drive out into the ditch. And there's power lines down everywhere. And I guess they're just happy with it. I don't know what they're doing with their time. And you could say, well, Matt, they just didn't know. Okay, well, then don't brag and say, and double down and say Wednesday. And then they did it again. By Saturday, 99% of customers have electricity. They said that. They said that. And there's still 30 something percent who do not have it. I'm counting those numbers from the number that they gave us, and they added a few, but I count those too. Roughly 30%, 1/3. That's not a little less than 1/3. If you're talking 100%, I guess, but about 1/3 roughly, still without power here, and we are on week 2. Forget week 1. We're now starting week 2. And you're saying to get that last third is going to take, and that's right, an estimated 3 more days. Because you had obviously no idea how to handle a crisis like this. I hope the state sues the pants off. I hope the state sues the ever-loving pants off them, or finds them some big thing, or even better, how about this? Invites another electric company to set up shop, give them huge tax breaks, and let the people choose. Because no one would choose this electric company after this debacle. Such a debacle. So, yeah. Yeah, there's a big winter storm that passed through here like over a week ago. And still a third of our area does not have power because of incompetence. And I say that. Now, what if they had come out and said, hey, guys, this is a big storm, something bigger that we've never dealt with, because we never had anything like this before, this severe. And what if they said, just honestly, this, hey, guys, I'll be honest, this is a lot. So be patient with us. This is going to take, a week. We'd all be disappointed, but at least they told us. No, they lied. I don't think they're incompetent. I think they're liars. I think they knew they couldn't do it in time, so it's better just to lie and then apologize and then make up some reason. Like, oh, the roads are a little bit dangerous. Really? I don't think so. You got other people driving on roads. But it's pure incompetence by the electric company, because they did not know. They did not know how severe it was, and they had zero clue what to do. They have zero. Some people who have been listening to the truck people, the people working, they've even said, this is messed up. We don't know what our orders are. We don't know what pattern we're doing. Like they think everything's messed up. So obviously the electric company here, zero idea what they're doing. Incompetence is rampant here, and rampant. But they're a monopoly. There's no other way you can get power here. So what are you gonna do, right? Yeah. Let's see. Hello. I'm trying to catch up. I have this on my phone. No. I'm at my parents' house. They've had electricity since Tuesday. They got theirs on Tuesday. But for me, our house will not be lit up until Monday night, late 11 p.m., which is mainly Tuesday, right? So Tuesday, I'll be back in my house. Maybe. I mean, I've said that 3 times. But their incompetence knows no bounds. But yeah, so that's why I haven't been on. Thankfully, I pre-post a lot of stuff because I like to stay ahead on the videos. So I pre-posted a lot of stuff. So thankfully, I won't have to. There is some stuff I need to start getting done though, because I think I only have 2 weeks of post ahead. So now I'm only 1 week ahead, and the way this electricity is coming, I'm not getting it till middle of the week. So I do have some videos I need to go ahead and record. And it's funny because that Saturday, if we'd have kept after the stream, I would have recorded those other videos. And the sad thing, of course, is no board games whatsoever. None for days on end. So just misery. House is cold. It's miserable. I'm cold and miserable. He's having the time of his life because he didn't know what's going on. But, oh, and he got to go to a hockey game. You get to go hockey game?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you like hockey?
Oh, yeah.
And what do you say? Go. Moccasin. Show him your band. Show him your band that gets you on the ice. Show him your wristband. Yeah. That was yesterday when I took him. He won't take it off. All right, anyway, folks, that's all I want to say. I got to go. It's late. I'm tired. Just pissed off. But anyway, we'll do the... no, this is not stream number 9. This is stream number 8, part 2. Did I put stream number 9, part 2? Anyway, doesn't matter. One more stream after this. We'll make it fun. But I will see you guys later.